Howdy, I'm Eric Hyman from Austin, Texas, and this is my 2018 Lamborghini Huracan Performante, and we're out here at Solo Nationals in Lincoln, Nebraska. So we've been autocrossing for a long time, and I've actually been at the pointier end of the build versus buy equation for a long time, building some really very well-developed Supras and GTRs and street modified, where you can spend a ton of money getting cars that are as fast as anything out here. And unfortunately, with that level of power modification comes a lot of breakage. And we started to like that performance level and started to think, well, gosh, maybe we could get something with that level of performance that maybe would be a bit more reliable and wouldn't require as much care and feeding. And started to look around and discovered this car, and really decided to see if that would be something we could do, where we could get into a car that out of the box would offer those same endorphins and maybe be a bit more reliable. And now, actually having run it for about 2 years, it's actually been a great decision. It really meets all the requirements that we had. So essentially, other than finding wheels and tires and figuring out how to get wider tires up front, it's bone stock other than modifications to the exhaust system so it wouldn't blow sound out here. And that's actually been one of the appeals of it. So even though we're running it in street prepared, it's a competitive car basically right out of the box. So, the question really is, are the Lamborghinis performant, right? Are they more than just, cars you can look at? And I think for this generation, they up the ante there, but the base level Huracans, I think, had a reputation of not being as good on the track, and that's kind of where the Performante was born. It's their more performance-oriented model. They really tuned the suspension and everything on it, and just, it's great. It handles well. It's shocking, coming from a street modified big car, just how well it turns in. It just, you think about it and it turns. The throttle response is insane. If you think about touching the throttle, the car kicks you back in its seat. So it just does everything really, really well, and it's just limited by how much tire we can get up front. So I'd say 1,000% yes, it really is a great car, and it's a blast to drive out there. And oddly enough, I've never really been a Lamborghini guy or a car audio guy, but when you stand in it, especially when it's uncorked, oh, the music, it just sounds fantastic, and you just don't want to lift because it's so intoxicating.
It would have been a half-second pickup. Same, no help on
So for folks that own these cars, that aren't doing racing with them, that are going Cars and Coffee or hard parking them, going out and washing them, these cars are built to be run. And as much as they're pretty and they get attention, the adrenaline rush of driving these things the way they were meant is just insane. And we've been blessed here in the autocross community here, especially at Nationals in the last 4 or 5 years. We've had a number of these types of cars come out. We've been bringing this car out. There's a McLaren or two that comes out. We've got an NSX that's usually parked over there coming out. And just seeing them all lined up in a grid, a lot of people look at us funny, like, well, you're bringing that to an autocross. But when they go out there and they're running in anger, that's what they're designed to do. And they're designed to do it out of the box. So it's fantastic. So if you have one or you have a buddy, encourage them to come on out. Go to a local event, try it out. I think you'll be hooked. And certainly a lot of people will welcome you. And it's great to be around people that appreciate the cars for what they were meant to do.
Support brands that support grassroots motorsports. Get your chemical solutions from CRC Industries. Visit crcindustries.com to learn more.